Hi, everybody. So today's stock chart of the day is we're actually going to do the Nikkei. These are sponsored companies, just that the summer is kind of slow. The sponsored companies mostly haven't had, any uh, news, but one just did recently. So we're going to show it to you. So I'm just getting it together as we're speaking here. So our stock chart today of the day is going to be the macro chart is going to be the Nikkei. Back in 2014, I'm going to see if I can get permission. I write for a publication called Financial Intelligence Report. So any of you who are interested in like I'm making this, like I said, it's now I only have lifetime members. We're making it more media orientated with videos, etc. I am going to set up a Patreon for this stock chart of the day. Like I have sponsor companies, so it's not like the end of the, but just I know a few hundred of you are like this a lot, and it's just gonna be $6 a month, 20 cents a day. I think it's, with $6 a month, don't buy two coffees a month or something. So and we're, so I would appreciate if, the hundreds of you who listen to this signed up for the Patreon for $6 a month. It would be great, appreciated. And by the way, those of you interested in the lifetime subscription, if you can't afford the $1,000 or $2,000 what it costs, I'm going to put $100 a month Patreon option on there, and then you basically subscribe to $100 a month for a year and get the lifetime subscription to Addicted to Profits as well. So it's kind of like a payment plan for someone to say, I know not everyone is super rich or wealthy and the whatnot. So so this is the Nikkei. So back in 2014, when it was about 15,000, I wrote an article for a Financial Intelligence Report, which is part of Money News, which is the financial arm of Newsmax. And anyhow, I basically did that, and so anyhow, it went way up. You can see that the Nikkei is actually more than doubled. And if we go look at the S&P since then, the S&P in 2014 was mid-2014 was 2000s. I guess it's double as well. It's about the same thing. A little better performance on the Nikkei, like slightly better. But like the Nikkei was coming to me was lower risk, coming from a much lower thing evaluation, etc. And the Nikkei had a much more negative sentiment. So now we're looking at the Nikkei here, and it looks to me as if you can see what the 20-year chart looks even better. But if we go back to the Nikkei since the bubble days in 1989, you can see the Nikkei is almost getting back finally to the 1989 highs. It took north of 30 years to do it, and adjusted for inflation and obviously that sort of thing. But again, in 2014 here, no one was really that bullish on the Nikkei. Everyone thought you were still in this long-term bear market, and it would have been a pretty good investment. And a lot of these Japanese companies do pay pretty good dividends. So then our stock chart of the day is Newfoundgold. You can see today they had another 101 grams a ton of gold. Over 2.75 meters, 11 grams over 8.9 meters at Keats, Maine. And they had some other good results. Back here, 4.4 grams per ton, up to like 315 meters deep. So Newfoundgold is doing like exceptionally well. They continue to hit these things. The stock is down a little bit today. It is now fully trading on the NASDAQ, not OTC. So you can trade it as an American too as well. So anyhow, it continues to come out with these kind of results. It has been. This is actually one of our best investments too, by the way, but one of the companies I raised money for. is it was like I raised money at $1 for them, and the stock went essentially to and that's $1 Canadian, right? Which is like 75 cents US, and the stock went to $13 Canadian, and it's still at north of $6 Canadian right now. So anyhow, I'll post a link to their the um, results here. So today's stock chart of the day was firstly the Nikkei, and then we look at Newfoundgold. I'm going to do one more because tomorrow I leave for Portugal with my dad and my brother. So I'm probably just going to want to fire that one out as soon as I get up in the morning here on Tuesday. And then Portugal will be a little easier because right now we're kind of like in one hotel room. Um, but in Portugal, I got my own room. So we'll like I'll be able to like post things a lot easier because it always my brother loves to sit around and watch Netflix all day when he's not playing soccer. So it makes it a little more difficult. And I'll leave it at that and take care.